While adrift at sea with no food, Luffy tries to catch a giant bird, but it snaps him up in its beak and flies off, leaving a frantic Zoro to row after him. Luffy falls from the sky into Orange Town, crashing directly between 3 buggy pirates and a girl named Nami, who has just stolen a sea chart to the Grand Line from them. Luffy effortlessly beats the 3 pursuers. Realizing Luffy is incredibly strong, Nami offers to team up with him. But when she learns he is a pirate, she immediately refuses because she deeply hates pirates. Hoping to use him to secure more treasure, Nami tricks Luffy. She ties him up and delivers him directly to Captain Buggy, a clown-themed pirate captain who ate a devil fruit that lets him split his body into pieces, claiming she is turning in her former boss. Buggy throws a celebratory party, but to test Nami's loyalty, he orders her to execute Luffy using a devastating buggy ball cannon. Nami, horrified by the casual cruelty and unable to commit cold-blooded murder, hesitates to light the fuse. Before Buggy's men can kill Nami for her hesitation, Zoro cuts through the crowd to rescue Nami. Zoro slices Buggy into pieces, but because Buggy can split his body at will, his detached hand flies through the air and stabs Zoro deeply from behind. Despite his severe wound, Zoro uses his immense strength to flip Buggy's cannon over and scattering the enemy crew. Zoro shouts at Nami to light the fuse of Buggy's own cannon. She does, and the explosion obliterates the buggy pirates' front line. In the ensuing smoke and chaos, Zoro drags the cage away into the deserted streets, collapsing from blood loss only once they are safe. They are found by Boodle, the town mayor, who treats Zoro's wounds. Outside, they meet Choo-Choo, a small dog standing guard in front of a pet shop. The mayor reveals that Choo-Choo's owner died in a hospital long ago, but the dog continues to guard the shop out of pure loyalty. The peace is shattered when Buggy's beastamer, Moji, and his giant lion, Richie, track them down. Richie easily smashes Luffy's iron cage to pieces, freeing him. But Moji then brutally beats Choo-Choo and burns the pet shop to the ground. Furious on behalf of the crying dog, Luffy confronts Moji and completely crushes both him and the lion with a single attack. Returning to the ruins of the pet shop, Mayor Boodle breaks down in tears. Seeing his beloved town, which he spent 40 years building, being systematically destroyed by Buggy's random cannon fire, the mayor snaps. He puts on his old armor, grabs a spear, and marches off alone to die fighting Buggy. Luffy, Zoro, and Nami follow him. Buggy chokes the mayor, but Luffy steps in and saves him. To keep the stubborn mayor from getting killed in the crossfire, Luffy knocks Boodle unconscious. The final battle begins outside Buggy's pub. Zoro, wrapped in tight bandages, faces Kabaji, Buggy's unicycle-riding acrobatic swordsman. Kabaji uses dirty tactics, deliberately kicking and stabbing Zoro's fresh wound. Despite the agonizing pain, Zoro relies on sheer willpower and his three-sword-style onigiri to thoroughly defeat Kabaji. Meanwhile, Luffy engages Buggy. Buggy notices Luffy's straw hat and recognizes it, triggering a bitter flashback to his youth. Years ago, a young Buggy serves as an apprentice youngster sailing on the same pirate ship alongside red-haired Shanks. The two constantly argue about everything. During a raid, Buggy finds a valuable underwater treasure map and hides it. Soon after, the crew acquires a devil fruit. Learning it could sell for a massive 100 million berries, Buggy swaps the real fruit with a fake, eating the fake in front of the crew to preserve the real one for sale. However, Shanks accidentally startles Buggy from behind, causing Buggy to swallow the real devil fruit by mistake. Panicking, Buggy drops his prized treasure map into the ocean. He dives in to save it, only to realize he can no longer swim due to the fruit's curse. Shanks jumps in and saves his life, but Buggy forever blames Shanks for ruining his get-rich-quick plans. Back in the present, Buggy disrespects Shanks and rips Luffy's straw hat with a knife, sending Luffy into an absolute rage. As they fight, Buggy splits his body into multiple floating pieces to overwhelm Luffy. While Buggy is distracted trying to attack Luffy, Nami sneaks around and tightly ties up Buggy's floating torso and legs with ropes. Left as nothing more than a detached head, hands and feet, Buggy is helpless. Luffy uses a powerful gum-gum bazooka to blast the miniature clown out of the town and into the sky. With Buggy defeated, the townspeople finally return from the hills. They see Luffy standing over their unconscious mayor. They assume Luffy, Zoro, and Nami are the villains. The townspeople chase them to the docks, but thanks to Choo-Choo, Luffy's crew manages to escape, leaving behind a massive sack of Buggy's treasure to fund the town's rebuilding. Mayor Boodle wakes up just in time to see them sail away, crying as he thanks them. Nami officially joins the crew as their navigator, and the trio set sail with a map to the Grand Line.